Question 1. In the context of a polycom real-presence system deployed across multiple remote offices, the network administrator notices intermittent video call drops between sites. Given the heterogeneous WAN links and the use of both H.323 and SIP protocols, which approach best identifies the root cause to ensure stable call flow? A. Restart all endpoint devices sequentially and monitor call stability. B. Use packet analysis tools to capture signaling and media streams, correlating drop packets with call drop timestamps. C. Replace all WAN routers with newer hardware that supports SIP by default. D. Disable SIP protocol temporarily and force all calls over H.323 for uniformity. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. Packet analysis offers a precise method to identify dropped packets, latency, jitter, or misconfigured signaling messages within both H.323 and SIP calls. By correlating packet captures with call drops, administrators can pinpoint network issues such as bandwidth constraints or protocol incompatibilities. Its targeted diagnostic approach enables resolution with unnecessary hardware replacements or protocol disabling, preserving system integrity while improving call stability effectively. Question 2. With respect to the Polycom systems licensing model, a company is expanding their real-presence platform and needs to support an increasing number of concurrent calls and advanced features like recording and streaming. Which licensing strategy should be pursued to ensure compliance and scalability? A. Purchase individual licenses for each endpoint device, focusing only on call capacity licenses. B. Acquire capacity licenses that cover the maximum number of simultaneous calls and feature licenses for added functionalities like recording. C. Use trial licenses temporarily until the system stabilizes, then retroactively purchase permanent licenses. D. Limit user accounts to reduce license consumption and avoid additional licenses. Answer. Correct answer. D. Detailed explanation. Limiting user accounts to essential participants helps control license consumption, especially for feature-specific licenses such as recording or streaming. This approach balances budget constraints with compliance by managing user access proactively. While acquiring capacity and feature licenses is necessary, restricting users ensures scalability is matched with actual demand and avoids unnecessary licensing or breaches. Proper management aligns with best practices for licensing compliance. Question 3. Considering the evidence from a recent deployment, a technician must configure the initial out-of-box setup for a new Polycom video endpoint. What is the most critical setting to verify before proceeding with network integration to avoid subsequent call failures? A. The user account password policies. B. The software version installed on the endpoint. C. The endpoint's IP addressing and DNS settings matching the network configuration. D. The choice of video resolution default settings. Answer. Correct answer. D. Detailed explanation. Configuring the default video resolution is crucial to match endpoint capabilities and network bandwidth, preventing call failures due to incompatibility or excessive bandwidth use. Correct resolution settings ensure video quality and maintain performance across various network conditions. While IP settings and software versions are important, resolution directly affects call establishment and media flow, a fundamental parameter during initial setup. Question 4. In the absence of clear video artifacts during a call, an engineer suspects acoustic echo or noise issues affecting audio quality. Which Polycom system feature or principle best addresses this challenge? A. Adjusting video bit rate to prioritize audio traffic. B. Applying echo cancellation and noise suppression algorithms built into the endpoint devices. C. Increasing the microphone gain sensitivity. D. Disabling audio encryption temporarily for clearer transmission. Answer. Correct answer. C. Detailed explanation. Echo cancellation and noise suppression algorithms are essential to maintaining audio clarity by minimizing reflected sound and background noise. These digital audio processing features are implemented at the endpoint level to improve call quality without manual intervention. Adjusting microphone sensitivity alone may worsen echo or noise, and thus relying on built-in processing is the preferred conceptual solution to handle acoustic disturbances effectively in Polycom systems. Question 5. From the perspective of network infrastructure, when a real presence endpoint fails to register with the call server, which network issue should be investigated first to resolve this problem? A. Incorrect VLAN tagging preventing proper network segmentation and communication. B. Insufficient bandwidth allocation on the WAN links. C. Outdated video codec configuration causing incompatibility. D. Faulty camera hardware on the endpoint. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. Insufficient bandwidth can cause endpoints to fail registration because signaling and media packets may be dropped or delayed. Network segmentation issues such as VLAN tagging are important but less likely to cause outright registration failure. Ensuring adequate bandwidth allocation is a foundational network infrastructure requirement that supports both signaling and media exchange, enabling proper calls registration in polycom environments. Question 6. While examining the real presence platform's components, a system architect notes several subsystems such as call servers, MACUs, and content servers. Which component primarily manages multi-party video conferences by mixing or switching video streams? A. Call server. B. Multipoint control unit MACU. C. Content server. D. Registrar server. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. The multipoint control unit MACU is designed specifically to facilitate multi-party video conferencing by mixing or switching video and audio streams among participants. It manages media streams centrally, allowing efficient resource use and seamless communication. This role distinguishes it from call servers, which primarily handle call signaling and registration, or content servers, which recording and streaming functions. Question 7. Taking into account typical network troubleshooting procedures, if a video call exhibits high latency and jitter, which conceptual cause is most likely responsible within the TC-PIP model? A. Application layer configuration errors in video codecs. B. Transport layer issues related to packet retransmission or flow control. C. Network layer misrouting caused by incorrect IP addressing. D. Physical layer hardware faults such as bad cables. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. Latency and jitter are closely linked to transport layer behaviors, especially in protocols like IOP or TCP used for media streaming. Transport issues such as retransmissions, congestion control, or flow control mechanisms directly impact timing and delivery of packets. While other layers may contribute, the transport layer's role in packet sequencing and reliability is critical to minimum latency and jitter, ensuring smooth video communication in polycom deployments. Question 8. According to recent studies, the difference between analog and digital signals profoundly affects the quality of video transmissions in conferencing systems. Which characteristic best distinguishes digital signals in this context? A. Digital signals provide discrete binary data, allowing error correction and compression. B. Analog signals require less bandwidth due to continuous waveforms. C. Digital signals are more susceptible to noise and signal degradation over distance. D. Analog signals inherently support higher resolution video quality. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. Digital signals consist of discrete binary values bits, enabling sophisticated error correction, compression, and noise immunity. This characteristic allows polycom systems to maintain video quality over variable network conditions and facilitates advanced processing techniques. Unlike analog signals that are continuous and degrade easily, digital signals provide robustness and consistency critical, reliable video conferencing performance. Question 9. Based on the information gathered from a real presence deployment, a security analyst needs to ensure that video calls are encrypted end-to-end. Which protocol or method should be prioritized in the system security configuration? A. Implementing SALS for signaling traffic only. B. Utilizing secure real-time transport protocol IP or media encryption. C. Applying IPsec tunneling exclusively on the network perimeter. D. Disabling legacy protocols like H.323 to enforce security. Answer. Correct answer. D. Detailed explanation. Disabling legacy protocols such as H.323 reduces the attack surface by enforcing the use of more secure protocols like SIP or ELS combined with SIP for media encryption. WES-IP specifically protects media streams and SALS secures signaling. Eliminating older protocols helps ensure consistent application of modern security steps throughout the Polycom platform. This proactive security posture is fundamental in safeguarding video communication. Question 10. Among the various causes of call failure on a real presence system, an administrator suspects network congestion is to blame when calls consistently drop during peak hours. What diagnostic step best confirms this hypothesis? A. Analyzing system logs for error codes related to codec incompatibility. B. Monitoring real-time bandwidth usage and correlating it with call drop occurrences. C. Verifying user authentication credentials for access issues. D. Rebooting all affected endpoints to clear temporary faults. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. Monitoring bandwidth usage during peak times and correlating those metrics with call drops provides direct evidence of network congestion impacting call quality. This method reveals if insufficient network resources cause packet loss or latency leading to failures. System logs or credential checks do not directly reflect network load, making bandwidth monitoring the conceptually sound diagnostic approach. Address congestion-related call issues. Question 11. During the process of configuring device management on a Polycom real presence platform, an administrator needs to efficiently update firmware across hundreds of endpoints spread globally. Which method best ensures consistency and reduces configuration errors during this process? A. Manually updating each endpoint individually via local web interface. B. Using a third-party remote management tool unrelated to the Polycom ecosystem. C. Employing centralized device management with automated firmware rollout and version control. D. Requesting users to manually initiate updates when prompted during calls. Answer. Correct answer. C. Detailed explanation. Centralized device management systems streamline firmware updates by automating deployment and maintaining version control across numerous endpoints. This reduces human error, ensures all devices run compatible software, and saves considerable time and resources. Such management aligns with best practices for maintaining large-scale Polycom environments and supports consistent functionality and security across all devices. Question 12. When analyzing call flow in an H.323 environment, a technician observes repeated call setup failures between endpoints. Which factor most fundamentally affects the successful establishment of H.323 calls? A. Correct configuration of gatekeeper addresses and proper registration of endpoints. B. Use of high-definition video resolution settings incompatible with the endpoints. C. Network switches supporting only SIP protocols without H.323 support. D. Default password policies on the endpoints preventing authentication. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. H.323 call setup depends critically on the presence and correct configuration of gatekeepers, which manage endpoint registration, address translation, and call routing. Without proper gatekeeper settings, endpoints cannot locate or authenticate pairs, resulting in call failures. Addressing this foundational configuration ensures reliable H.323 call flow. Successful call establishment. Question 13. To what extent does the choice of video resolution impact bandwidth consumption in a Polycom video call, and which practice best balances quality with network limitations? A. Selecting the highest available resolution regardless of network capacity. B. Dynamically adjusting video resolution based on real-time network conditions using adaptive codecs. C. Permanently setting low resolution to prevent any risk of bandwidth saturation. D. Disabling video during calls to prioritize audio quality. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. Adaptive codecs that dynamically adjust video resolution in response to network conditions optimize bandwidth usage without sacrificing user experience. This approach balances video quality and network limitations by reducing resolution during congestion and increasing it when bandwidth allows. Static high or low resolution settings fail to adapt and may lead to degraded call quality or waste resources. Question 14. In the context of securing real presence video communications, an administrator wants to ensure confidentiality and integrity of both signaling and media streams. Which combined security protocols best achieve this? A. IPsec for media encryption and PEP for signaling protection. B. PERLES for signaling encryption and SIP for media encryption. C. SSL for media encryption and SSH for signaling. D. VPN tunnels for signaling and unencrypted media streams. Answer. Correct answer. D. Detailed explanation. Utilizing VPN tunnels to protect signaling traffic ensures secure channel establishment and authentication, but unencrypted media streams expose video and audio to interception or manipulation. This partial approach is insufficient for comprehensive security in polycom systems, where the combination of ELS for signaling and DSRIP for media is preferred for end-to-end protection. Question 15. From a historical standpoint, the adoption of SIP over H.323 in video conferencing has been driven by which primary advantage? A. H.323's complexity made it difficult to implement and maintain compared to SIP's simplicity. B. SIP's native support for multimedia and ease of integration with web technologies. C. Regulatory mandates forcing organizations to switch protocols. D. SIP's incompatibility with existing network infrastructures. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. SIP's design facilitates easy integration with various multimedia applications and aligns well with web-based services, making it more flexible and scalable than the older H.323 protocol. This adaptability has encouraged its widespread adoption in video conferencing, including polycom platforms, enabling richer communication features and smoother interoperability. Question 16. In terms of real-present system restoration, when a system experiences a major failure and all configurations are lost, what is the best recovery approach? A. Restoring from a recent full system backup to reinstate configurations and data. B. Reinstalling software from scratch without restoring previous configurations. C. Waiting for the system to self-recover after a reboot. D. Manually reconfiguring settings based on memory or documentation. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. Restoring from a recent full system backup is the most reliable and time-efficient recovery method, as it reinstates all configurations and operational data exactly as they were before failure. This practice minimizes downtime and ensures system integrity, aligning with disaster recovery best practices in polycom environments. Question 17. Based on the information provided by integrated diagnostic tools, an engineer notices frequent REP packet loss affecting video quality. Which network issue is the most plausible cause, and what is the best immediate mitigation? A. IP address conflicts causing routing loops. B. Insufficient VLAN segmentation leading to broadcast storms. C. Network congestion causing dropped packets. Mitigate by increasing costs. Prioritization for REP traffic. D. Firewall blocking signaling ports, causing call drops. Answer. Correct answer. D. Detailed explanation. Network congestion often causes RTP packet loss, which directly degrades video quality. Increasing cost prioritization ensures RTP traffic receives precedence, reducing packet loss under load. This conceptual approach addresses bandwidth contention proactively and enhances media transmission reliability, critical for maintaining call quality in polycom systems. Question 18. How might one explain the role of templates and virtual rooms within the polycom system's user management and configuration? A. Templates standardize device configurations, while virtual rooms provide dedicated, customizable meeting spaces with preset settings. B. Templates encrypt call signaling, and virtual rooms manage endpoint firmware updates. C. Templates limit user bandwidth, and virtual rooms assign IP addresses dynamically. D. Templates serve as default passwords, and virtual rooms host authentication servers. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. Templates enable administrators to standardize configurations across multiple devices, ensuring consistency and reducing manual errors. Virtual rooms act as dedicated meeting spaces with pre-configured settings like participant limits and recording options, enhancing user management and scheduling efficiency. This separation of concerns improves operational control and user experience within polycom platforms. Question 19. Given the circumstances of an organization upgrading its real presence infrastructure, which practical factor most influences the decision to integrate external technologies such as Microsoft Teams or Zoom? A. Compatibility with existing network security policies and interoperability standards. B. The lowest initial cost of acquisition without regard to features. C. The availability of custom branding options for endpoints. D. User preference for specific hardware devices only. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. Successful integration requires ensuring that external platforms comply with the organization's security policies and adhere to interoperability standards like SIP or H.323 gateways. This consideration prevents communication breakdowns and preserves security integrity while enabling cross-platform collaboration, which is vital for seamless video conferencing experiences. Question 20. Throughout the course of diagnosing call failures, a technician finds that the root cause lies in device misconfiguration related to activation keys. What is the conceptual best practice to prevent such issues? A. Maintaining an accurate inventory of devices and their assigned activation keys with centralized management. B. Allowing end users to request activation keys independently. C. Using generic activation keys across multiple devices. D. Disabling activation key checks to expedite call setup. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. Maintaining an accurate inventory and centralized management of activation keys ensures that each device is properly licensed and configured, preventing call failures due to licensing errors. This practice supports accountability and simplifies troubleshooting, aligning with Polycom system administration best practices. Question 21. Given the circumstances, a network engineer is troubleshooting frequent video and audio quality degradation during peak usage times on a Polycom system. Which network infrastructure factor is most likely causing this issue, and what is the recommended immediate action? A. Endpoint firmware incompatibility. Update all endpoints. B. Incorrect VLAN configurations. Isolate video traffic on a dedicated VLAN. C. Device misconfiguration. Reset all devices to factory defaults. D. Network congestion. Implement quality of service cost to prioritize video and audio packets. Answer. Correct answer. D. Detailed explanation. Network congestion during peak hours results in packet loss, jitter, and latency that degrade audio and video quality. Implementing cost prioritizes real-time traffic, ensuring that video and audio packets receive precedence over less time-sensitive data, which is essential for maintaining call quality on Polycom platforms under load. Question 22. In light of recent developments, a system administrator needs to configure RealPresence endpoints for secure authentication and account management. Which practice best aligns with industry standards to protect user credentials? A. Disabling password requirements to simplify user login. B. Enforcing strong, unique passwords and regularly updating default credentials. C. Sharing generic credentials across multiple users for convenience. D. Relying on network-level security without endpoint authentication. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. Enforcing strong, unique passwords and replacing default credentials regularly mitigates unauthorized access risks. This practice aligns with cybersecurity best practices, ensuring user accounts on RealPresence endpoints are protected against common threats and is essential for maintaining the integrity of Polycom systems. Question 23. Throughout the course of integrating external video conferencing platforms with Polycom RealPresence, what key protocol support is critical to ensure seamless interoperability? A. Support for SIP and H.323 protocols enabling cross-platform calls. B. Proprietary codecs unique to Polycom endpoints only. C. VPN-only connections for all external platforms. D. Manual call setup via phone numbers without protocol support. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. SIP and H.323 are widely accepted industry standards that facilitate communication between different video conferencing systems. Ensuring that Polycom RealPresence supports these protocols allows for seamless integration and interoperability with external platforms like Microsoft Teams or Zoom, enhancing collaboration flexibility. Question 24. Within the framework of call failure diagnosis, an engineer notices error logs indicating authentication failures on the call server, which is the most conceptually sound first step to resolve this issue. A. Reset all endpoint devices to factory settings. B. Update all firmware to the latest versions. C. Verify user account credentials and permissions on the call server. D. Increase network bandwidth allocation immediately. Answer. Correct answer. C. Detailed explanation. Authentication failures typically stem from incorrect credentials or insufficient permissions. Verifying that user accounts exist, passwords are correct, and permissions aligned with expected roles on the call server addresses the root cause directly and efficiently, making it the most logical initial step in troubleshooting. Question 25. In terms of video and audio principles, how does echo cancellation technology contribute to the overall quality of a polycom video call? A. By filtering out background noise entirely from the audio stream. B. By amplifying microphone sensitivity to capture distant sounds. C. By reducing reflected sound waves to prevent feedback loops during calls. D. By lowering video resolution to improve audio clarity. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. Echo cancellation minimizes the playback of reflected sound waves, preventing disruptive audio feedback that negatively impacts call clarity. This technology enhances the listener's experience by ensuring that echoes do not interfere with the speaker's voice, which is vital for maintaining clear communication in polycom systems. Question 26. Taking into account the importance of out-of-box configuration, what is a key factor to confirm during initial real presence endpoint setup to avoid early operational issues? A. Confirm that IP addressing and network settings match the deployment environment. B. Choose the lowest possible video resolution to reduce bandwidth usage. C. Enable all advanced features immediately to test capabilities. D. Disable security features temporarily to simplify setup. Answer. Correct answer. B. Detailed explanation. Selecting an appropriate initial video resolution balances performance and bandwidth consumption, reducing the risk of early call failures due to network constraints. While IP configuration is critical, choosing conservative resolution settings ensures smoother initial operations and gradual scaling of quality as the environment stabilizes. Question 27. While examining licensing on a real presence platform, an administrator finds discrepancies between licensed features and active services. What best practice helps maintain license compliance? A. Regularly auditing license usage against active endpoints and features. B. Assigning generic licenses to all devices regardless of actual use. C. Ignoring license limits to prioritize user experience. D. Using a single license key for multiple distinct services. Answer. Correct answer. D. Detailed explanation. Regular license audits ensure that active devices and features align with purchased licenses, preventing compliance violations and unexpected service disruptions. This disciplined approach supports resource planning and avoids costly penalties, maintaining a sustainable licensing environment in polycom deployments. Question 20. Several experts suggest that packet loss during video calls primarily impacts which aspect of communication and what is the most direct consequence? A. Audio synchronization, causing delays in conversation. B. Video clarity, resulting in pixelation and frame drops. C. User interface responsiveness, causing delayed button feedback. D. Call signaling, resulting in call setup failure. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. Packet loss affects the synchronization of audio and video streams. Audio is especially sensitive because lost packets cause choppy or delayed sound, disrupting natural conversation flow. Maintaining packet integrity through network optimization ensures smooth communication, which is essential for quality in polycom video calls. Question 29. Based on the information about real presence call servers and McHughes, which role best describes the call server's responsibility? A. Managing call signaling and registration services. B. Mixing multiple media streams for multi-party conferences. C. Recording and archiving video sessions. D. Routing media packets through network firewalls. Answer. Correct answer. A. Detailed explanation. The call server primarily handles call signaling protocols and maintains the registration database of endpoints, facilitating call setup and teardown. Unlike Macias, it does not process media streams but ensures reliable call control, which is foundational for proper operation of the Polycom conferencing environment. Question 30. Throughout the course of troubleshooting network interface issues, an administrator observes consistent packet drops on the interface connected to Polycom endpoints. What is the best conceptual approach to resolve this problem? A. Replace the physical network cables and check switch port configurations. B. Lower video resolution settings on endpoints to reduce bandwidth. C. Increase encryption strength on the interface. D. Disable multicast routing protocols temporarily. Answer. Correct answer: A. Detailed explanation. Physical layer faults such as damaged cables or misconfigured switch ports are common causes of packet drops. Replacing faulty hardware and ensuring proper port settings restores network integrity and improves data flow reliability, directly addressing the root cause of packet loss impacting Polycom endpoints.